Good evening. Kezia Dugdale has told the BBC she thinks Jeremy Corbyn can lead the Labour Party to general election victory. She's calling for the party to reunite after Mr Corbyn was re-elected with more than 60% of the vote, beating challenger Owen Smith. Our political correspondent Nick Eardley is at the party's conference in Liverpool.
Kezia Dugdale backed Owen Smith in the leadership race, and last month she said that Jeremy Corbyn couldn't attract a wide enough section of society to win a general election. But that's the situation the party is now facing up to. Jeremy Corbyn won this leadership election with an even bigger mandate than he had last year. Kezia Dugdale said that it's now time for the party to unite and take the fight to their political opponents. She wants Mr Corbyn to work hard to find some common cause with his parliamentary colleagues and for his parliamentary colleagues to work with him. After the announcement this morning, I spoke to Kezia Dugdale about whether or not she still thought Jeremy Corbyn was unelectable.
I've said that I want to unite the party, to leave the past behind us. I intend to work with my colleagues across the Labour movement to focus on our values. We have to stop fighting with ourselves so that we can go and do the job that people expect us to do, and that's to take on the Tories.
Can Jeremy Corbyn win a general election?
I believe that Labour, a united Labour Party, talking about its values and its principles, can win a general election, and that's what I'm focused on.
Including if it's led by Jeremy Corbyn?
Of course, and we're going to unite as a party in order to do just that.
Mr Corbyn's supporters are delighted. MSP Neil Findlay, he's Mr Corbyn's most prominent supporter in Scotland, said that he thinks the contest bodes well for the future of the party. He too thinks that Mr Corbyn can lead Labour to a UK general election victory. The conference itself gets underway in this hall tomorrow. The party will start that process of trying to heal the wounds of the leadership election contest, persuading the country it's fit for power.
Meanwhile, a group of Scottish Jeremy Corbyn supporters gathered at a pub in Glasgow to watch the declaration of the result. They hailed his increased mandate as fantastic news and called on the party's MPs and the leadership in Scotland to respect the decision of Labour members and work with Mr Corbyn.
Would have been better if she'd stepped aside from this contest. But what matters is what she does now and where she goes going forward. She needs to accept this result, and she needs to show and acknowledge that she accepts the will of the party members and gets behind Jeremy Corbyn and the agenda that is clearly the settled will of the Labour Party.
The death of a 43-year-old woman in the Govanhill area of Glasgow is being treated as suspicious. She was found after emergency services were called to a flat on Dixon Avenue this morning. The woman was pronounced dead at the scene. Officers investigating the murder of Aberdeenshire pensioner Brian McCandy are to make a national television appeal for information. The 67-year-old was brutally attacked at his remote home in Rothy-Norman on the 11th of March this year. On Monday, his brother Bill will make an appeal on BBC's Crime Watch programme.
We just can't put our finger on the reason for it happening. There seems to be no apparent reason. Somebody somewhere knows what happened.
Football now, and there were 4 matches in the Premiership. Celtic extended their lead over second-placed Hearts with a big win against Kilmarnock. Inverness also won. In rugby's Pro 12 League, Edinburgh lost to Munster. The final score was 28-14 to the Irish side. Well, it's over to Christine now with the weather outlook for tonight and tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Suzanne. Good evening to you. It's been a miserable day of weather across much of the country. Many of us underneath a blanket of cloud with plenty of rain around too, and very little change into this evening. Some heavy pulses of rain for a time across the southwest through central and eastern areas. Met Office yellow be aware warnings remain in force. The continued risk of some localised flooding and hazardous driving conditions. During tonight, however, that rain clears away to the east, leaving behind it much drier, clearer conditions with just a few showers across the northwest. Southwesterly winds becoming strong to gale force again across the Western Isles and northwestern coastal areas by the end of the night. Temperature-wise around 10 to 12 Celsius. So into tomorrow we dawn with a lot of dry, bright weather, plenty of sunshine around too. Southwesterly winds continuing to feed frequent showers into the northwest and through western areas, especially being driven in on southwesterly winds. Further east we have plenty of sunshine and fewer showers, and temperature wise will peak around 15 or 16 Celsius. That's the forecast. Suzanne.
And that's Reporting Scotland. Our next update is tomorrow night at 10 to 7. Until then, from everyone here, enjoy the rest of your